Picture this: you're on a peaceful flight, flipping through a magazine or settling in for a nap, when suddenly you hear these chilling words: "Ladies and gentlemen, there's a bomb on this plane." What would you do? How would you react? Welcome to Movie Superfans, where today we unravel the gripping real-life inspired tale of Hijack 93, a high-stakes story of survival, courage, and the fight for justice. This isn't just a movie recap, it's a journey into one of the most intense moments in history. Stay with us for an unforgettable experience, but first, here's your spoiler warning. Ready for takeoff? Let's dive in. Quick disclaimer, this recap is for educational purposes only. Hijack 93 is a thrilling adaptation by Play Network Studios, currently streaming on Netflix. If you haven't seen it yet, pause now, go watch it, and come back. Let's jump into the recap. The story takes us back to 1993, a pivotal and chaotic year in Nigeria's history. Democracy was a dream that many fought for but remained elusive. After the annulment of the June 12 presidential election, believed to be the fairest election in Nigeria's history, the nation plunged into political unrest. Protesters filled the streets, and the hope for change seemed to hang by a thread. Amid this turmoil, a revolutionary leader known only as the Teacher emerges. He is determined to force the government to reinstate the elected president, but his methods are unconventional and dangerous. In a dimly lit room, the Teacher assembles 4 men. These aren't trained soldiers or hardened criminals, they are ordinary young men: Ben, Omar, Keod, and Deo. But their shared anger against a corrupt system unites them. The Teacher's fiery speech resonates deeply. How will you face your children and tell them you stood by as their future was stolen? The mission is clear: hijack a plane, demand change, and risk everything to make their voices heard. They drive to Lagos International Airport to board a Nigerian Airways Boeing 747 at bustling Murtala Muhammad International Airport. Preparations are underway for Flight 93, piloted by Captain Ambrose and Captain Odian, on a routine flight scheduled to depart from Lagos to Abuja. Among the passengers, the 4 hijackers blend in effortlessly, their demeanor calm but their eyes betraying their purpose. Each carries the weight of the mission, knowing failure isn't an option. But their plan isn't flawless. A flight attendant covertly sneaks a package, but inside the package were weapons and ammunition into the plane's washroom. A move that will later prove critical. It's time for the flight to take off. The pilot and cabin crew are on the way to Captain Ambrose. "We have an announcement. I asked Ada to marry me and Ada immediately said yes." Meanwhile, the charming yet anxious Keod, one of the hijackers, starts a conversation with a beautiful passenger named Marie, who is captivated by his sketches. Little does she know, the man beside her is about to shatter the calm of this flight. The passengers come from all walks of life: government officials, businessmen in crisp suits, families eager to reunite with loved ones, and everyday citizens, young dreamers seeking a brighter future. And a politician with ties to the same corrupt system the hijackers despise. These passengers are unaware that their ordinary flight will soon become a fight for survival. One of the hijackers, Ben, enters the restroom to open a brown-wrapped package under the sink and ensures it's secure. After a quick glance in the mirror, he steps out calmly, merging back into the crowd without drawing attention. The hijackers face unexpected challenges. A Chinese diplomat and his armed guards board the flight last minute, adding tension to an already volatile situation. Despite this, the hijackers remain resolute. Meanwhile, Keod's interactions with Marie reveal a softer side to his character, even as he wrestles with the morality of their mission. Meanwhile, Captain Ambrose goes through his pre-flight rituals. He's experienced and unflappable, but even he cannot foresee the danger about to unfold. The hijackers, however, remain laser-focused. Every step they take is rehearsed, every word carefully planned. The flight begins without incident. Captain Ambrose, a seasoned pilot, leads the crew with precision and professionalism. Passengers settle in, unaware of the storm brewing. Shortly after takeoff, the atmosphere shifts dramatically when the 4 armed Nigerian teenagers take control of the aircraft. Ben and Omar rise, their voices cutting through the cabins. They announce, "Ladies and gentlemen, there's a bomb on this plane and has been taken over. We will not harm you." If you value your lives, you will listen to us. You will be informed of where the plane will land. The hijackers spring into action, taking their positions. Tensions escalate as they brandish their weapons, demanding that the pilot change the touch's course to Frankfurt, Germany. As panic spreads among the passengers, once control of the plane is secured, the hijackers reveal their demands and motivations. Their goal isn't money, it's political. They demanded the resignation of General Sani Abacha, Nigeria's defense minister, and called for an end to government corruption and human rights abuses. Through their defiant actions, the hijackers forced the world to confront Nigeria's political instability and reinstate the newly elected president within 72 hours and a public acknowledgement of the stolen mandate, or they'll start executing passengers. But the government isn't willing to negotiate, but these men are prepared to go to any lengths to achieve their goal. The aircraft eventually touched down in Niamey, Niger due to low fuel, prompting negotiations between the hijackers, local authorities, and Nigerian government representatives. Meanwhile, the hijacking attracts international attention, with news networks broadcasting the incident globally. As evening falls, Ben loses his temper when the plane lands in Niger, threatening to kill a passenger to demonstrate his seriousness, even though everyone knows he is unlikely to follow through. As tensions escalate, the hijackers begin pouring gasoline on the passengers, threatening to set the plane ablaze if their demands aren't met. Among the chaos, Keod's connection with Marie deepens as he tries to reassure her, but his internal conflict begins to show. He's torn between his mission and his humanity. Captain Kenneth Docombo, commander of the Special Forces, takes charge of the situation. During this time, they discover that the son, Li Zhong, of the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria is also on the flight. The commander realizes that a rescue mission could potentially subdue the hijackers, but they cannot risk his life. Meanwhile, Deo, haunted by the memory of his daughter's death in a crossfire, wrestles with his inner demons. Despite their hardened exteriors, cracks begin to show. The passengers, too, show resilience in the face of fear. A young mother calms her crying baby, whispering words of hope, while an elderly man offers his seat to a terrified woman. Humanity shines through, even in the darkest moments. Captain Ambrose, meanwhile, tries to subtly stall the hijackers, buying precious time for ground control to formulate a response. Every second matters, and the tension is palpable. As fuel runs low and international negotiations stall, desperation sets in. The hijackers argue about their next move, their once solid unity fracturing. Deo negotiated with the Niger authorities, the tension in the air almost unbearable. Finally, an agreement was reached. The hostages would be released in exchange for safe passage, and the hijackers would face trial in Niger. However, Ben erupted in anger, vehemently opposing the decision. "You're all cowards," he shouted at his colleagues, Omar, Keod, and Deo, his voice trembling with fury as he clutched a gun in his hand. His frustration boiled over, and in a fit of rage, he threatened to kill one of the passengers to assert his dominance. The scene spiraled into chaos as the other hijackers tried desperately to calm him down, pleading with him to reconsider and relinquish the weapon. Fueled by rage, Ben grabbed the gun, threatening to kill one of the passengers. His fellow hijackers desperately tried to calm him down, urging him to reconsider and give up the weapon. In the chaos, Ben fired a shot. To their horror, the bullet struck Marie. As she collapsed to the ground, Keod, overcome with grief and fury, lashed out, delivering a devastating blow to Ben. Making the soldier take the rescue operation, with Nigerian security forces coordinating efforts to resolve the standoff. The mission comes to a head in an emotional and explosive finale. Sacrifices are made, and the hijackers' ideals are put to the ultimate test. In the end, the question remains, was it all worth it? Hijack 93 leaves us with a haunting reminder of the lengths people will go to for justice and the devastating consequences of desperation. And that's the incredible story of Hijack 93. It's a powerful tale of courage, sacrifice, and the complexities of fighting for justice. What did you think of the movie? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to join the movie superfans family. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next video, it's one you can't afford to skip. Thanks for watching.